In this video, I want to show you how to organize your panels in Dreamflow to create the most efficient workspace for your needs. Now, this idea is actually central to our design philosophy of Dreamflow itself, because we believe that every modern developer should have three types of tools or surfaces readily available: a code editor, a visual interface, and an AI prompt for an AI agent. Now, depending on the task and your preferences, you may want to interact directly with the code or work with a visual properties panel or select widgets from your app itself to be able to change them, or to chat with an AI agent to make the changes itself. So we designed Dreamflow not only to provide these three surfaces, but also to give you the freedom to show and hide them based on what you're working on. So let's jump in and check this out. So when you jump into Dreamflow, you're going to see something like this interface right here. Now, there are two main ways to show and hide different surfaces depending on what you need. So the first way is up here with these three options. So if I toggle this one, this will show this module or widget tree option over here. Now, if you have other modules open, like a Firebase or a Supabase or your assets panel right here, this will collapse that as well. But most often you're going to have this widget tree panel open. Okay, the second one is your properties panel. So this is contextual. So whatever widget you have selected, you'll see the properties of that widget populate here. And then finally, this third option, you have your AI agent panel. Now, to show or hide these, of course, you can just click these on or off. We also have shortcut keys. So you have option 2, 3, and 4 to open and close these. So that's the first way. The second way is to open and close them with options within the panel itself. So you've got these X marks right here, just as you would expect. But also when they're closed, you can see that you've got these bars right here that you can just click to open them just like that. So if you want 1 or 2 or all 3 open, you can just toggle them however you want. Okay, so those are the sort of two main ways to manage your panels, but in this code view right here, there's some additional options you have. So right now, I'm just gonna keep everything collapsed like that. And I wanna open up code view right here. And you'll probably see something like this. So you'll have your files and folders, your file explorer view right here. And then you'll have the actual code of whatever file you have open on the right. Now, I find myself most often wanting to see a preview of the app and my code at once, and that's where this split option comes in right here. That is, it's split between my code view over here on the left and the preview over here. Now, if you want your preview on the left and your code on the right, that's what this button is here for, and so you can just swap those. Now, most of the time, what you're going to want is the preview and the actual code that you're going to be working on most of the time, and then you just switch between files. So that is to say, you don't need this visual space of your file explorer, so you can just close that up right there. And then if you want to change the space between these, you can just pull those. And that works on any of these files. So maybe I want to have my agent open, so I've got my preview, I've got my code, and then I've got my agent, and you can adjust the difference like that. Okay, so that's your code view, but remember when you're in this nested code view, so you can have your code here, you can have your split view, you can have your files open up just like that. Of course, you can combine that with any of these up here. So if I open it up like that, now I have my widget tree. Let's scale this down so it's not budging up against the edges. You can change the size of your widget tree like that. Now, of course, I'm having trouble seeing my code right here, so I can collapse my file tree right there, and that works great. So that's how to manage your workspace so you can make it efficient and tailor it to whatever needs and development styles you have. Let us know if you have any questions, and you can submit feedback right here. So if there's a bug or a feature request, or if there's another style of working that you would like to see in Dreamflow, we'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next video.